But, you've also gone through a lot of different growth phases, both the acquisitions and separate of the acquisitions. And my understanding is you've got kind of a framework for how to keep the culture aligned in these different phases of growth. What does that look like? Walk us through that.
Yes. So, our purpose is supporting the dreams of the doers. And there are two pillars in there, the people pillar and our customer pillar. So the people pillar of supporting the dreams of the doers is, it goes back in 2004. There was one of our top engineers who's actually in our New York team now. And in those days, there weren't clouds, there weren't fancy server rooms. It was generally a broom closet with like a server in it and no air conditioning. So when the real summer hit, and this was back in South Africa, those heats went up and those servers crashed. And despite us telling them, you need to do this right, and we were still a smaller business then. Anyway, there'd been, I don't know how many server crashes Sean had worked on. He was sitting in front of the computer in a server room. He wasn't typing and he wasn't talking. So he'd had a breakdown. And I realized then that if we were going to build something and scale something that was really going to make a difference in people's lives, it needed to encourage balance across all the spokes of life, not just work. Because a lot of the guys in the IT industry, they love this. They're going to go home and they're going to tinker around on servers and write scripts and do things anyway. So we realized we needed to be proactive in encouraging balance. That was in 2004, and I'd been using a tool called Map for Life to set my personal goals and dreams since then. And then I attended a program at MIT where a guy called Cameron Herold mentioned a book by Matthew Kelly called The Dream Manager. Yeah. And then the following year, we did an intervention with Simon Sinek at Stanford. And so across that and just looking at what's the why of our organization, I realized the first and most important why is our people. And so we created what we call our Dreams program, where you create a dream book once a year. Your dream book is your top 10 personal goals and dreams visualized. So it's a power in our incarnation in that shirt. It's a PowerPoint deck with 10 slides with your top 10 personal goals and dreams visualized. That's it. And so we have over 300 dream books completed, and we redo them each year. You get put in a dream group, which almost becomes like a mastermind or a forum where you meet once a month and you kind of check in and update with each other. How's it going with your dreams? The one method is called a rose, bud, and a thorn. You say, what's a rose in the context of your dream book right now? What's a bud? What's a thorn? You share challenges and experiences. And it has been an unbelievably powerful and real part of our culture to keep the glue through the growth, to keep the glue where we were like a 70% in-office culture to now we're probably a 90% remote working culture, although we have offices, to keep that glue and connectedness. Because, David, we do something called a Dream Connect, where we encourage you to meet with someone you don't work with and just get to know each other and share your dream book. So it's helped protect the culture as we grow. But in the same breath, some people are skeptics and they think it's a technique that we're using to manipulate them or control their personal lives. And generally, when they're with us for some time and they understand it, they normally come around. But so that's really, really the heart of it.